Welcome to Hindustan Times. This is Neha Biswas, and today I have filmmaker Nagesh Kukunoor with us. First of all, welcome to Hindustan Times, sir.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm all right. It's about 11:15 my time here in the US, so getting ready
Mhm.
for bed. Okay.
Coming back to your project, sir, Modern Love Hyderabad. It's releasing after Modern Love Mumbai. So Modern Love Mumbai has met with such a good reception. Do you think it sets the bar a tad bit high for for the Hyderabad chapter?
Well, I think the bar was set with the original Modern Love, which was set in New York. And I think all of us are aspiring to, land somewhere in that neighborhood. So now that Mumbai is done well, there's absolutely no pressure on us, none whatsoever. No, no, I'm just kidding. Of course, there's pressure, but you do the best you can, and then hope that the audience enjoys it. So let's see what happens come July 8th.
Yeah, I mean, we are just a day away, so I'm sure it's going to be amazing as amazing the Bombay chapter was. I remember you have always maintained that romance is not your favorite genre, but looking at your three stories from the Hyderabad chapter, I can see that it dwells around relationships. So of course, it's not I mean, one of them is based on a romantic couple. Others were simply based on relationships. My question is that how did you bind all of them together?
Well, the beauty about this whole series is the fact that there is no definition for love. The
Mhm.
unfortunate part is every time when we talk about love, we equate it directly with romance,
Yeah,
and then also equate it with romance in the purely heterosexual way that we understand.
yeah,
So the fact that there are no boundaries, that it can happen with all kinds of people, different relationships, that's what drew me to the whole series in the first place. And for the first season, we've made sure that we've tried to cover as many relationships as possible, as many different kinds of relationships as possible.
yeah, surely, and that is quite visible. Just by looking at the trailer, there's a whole mix of all these relationships. If I ask you, you are from Hyderabad and you have returned to Hyderabad. Would you like to share one interesting story from the city, which probably is special to you?
Oh boy, how do you how do you encapsulate a lifetime in a story or two? I mean, everything that all my fondest memories go back to that city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, walking every day to school, and the seeing the same route now as an adult, and realizing that it's just crazy that we're in such a hurry to erase the past. But no, I'm digressing. But it's hard to pick one story out, right? I mean, because a good chunk of my life, and unpredictably a good chunk of my adult life has been spent there. Because when I left in '88, I never thought I'd return to India, forget Hyderabad, and then fate just threw a googly, and here I am. So
Back
uh,
again.
yeah, it's a city that you know I draw very heavily from. It's got its unique quirks. It's got its vibrant culture, unique culture, great food, which I made sure I put in one episode. Just amazing memories. And I think coming to think of it, most of them center around food.
Yeah, definitely. Hyderabadi food is so popular, and of course, the biryani. How can we forget that?
Exactly, exactly.
If I ask you, language versus content, which is more important to you when it comes to connecting to your audience?
See, as a director, uh, really having a good control over the language is extremely critical. Your content might be good, but if you as the director don't have a good control over the language, uh, the process of getting good performances from your actors, at least for me, I'm
Hmm.
speaking purely personally, me. So both go hand in glove. I know a lot of directors who say filmmaking is a visual medium and all that, and I think it's BS, because it stopped being a visual medium the day audio came into the picture. If
True.
you if you think that a film is a visual medium, then just shut off the dialogues and see what happens. So it doesn't work like that. At least not in the kind of stories I tell. So I take language very, very seriously. And uh, Even with this, even though Telugu is my mother tongue, I don't read and write Telugu. So I had to use the proper dialogue writers, the proper, you know,
Hmm.
collaborators to make sure that I did a good enough performance. I think both go hand in glove, language and content.
True, true, right. And I think it becomes a little tad bit risky and tricky when you're like playing around with the languages, looking at how sensitive the uh, audience is right now about languages.
No. I mean, people can be, but it doesn't make any sense because you speak your language, and one language is not necessarily better than the other.
Hmm.
Uh, it's a form of communication, and that's that. So I, as a person, speak three languages, which is Hindi, Telugu, and English, and I enjoy all the three languages independently. I don't think one language is better than the other because it's purely a form of communication, and that's that.
So, do you think Modern Love Hyderabad can achieve something as big as international projects? I'm asking you in terms of the subtitles because international projects usually have English subtitles in them. I personally would like to watch any show for that matter in its original language and have the subtitles on. I believe that it gives the original feel that is supposed to come from the dialogues.
I agree. As a matter of fact, I uh, do not like watching stuff that is dubbed in another language. I actually hate it because you know you're clearly not getting what the filmmaker intended.
Mhm.
With subtitles, you are distracted a little bit, unfortunately, but it is the second best thing. At least the characters on the screen are speaking the original language. So, and with Modern Love Hyderabad, I literally sat in on all the subtitles because I feel when it's just given off to another agency to do the subtitling, there's so much lost in translation.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, because the filmmaker did not intend it that way. So I made sure that I sat in on all the subtitles for all the 6 episodes.
So, if you have to pick one episode from the chapter, which was probably close to you, what would you pick? I know
I,
I know right by looking at your smile, you're thinking, what is this question?
no, I mean it's always hard to pick, but if I had to pick one, the one that I connected most strongly emotionally, it would be "Why Did She Leave Me There?" I think it's an uh, you know it has to do with some where you are in life, and that's how we enjoy films anyways. That's how we enjoy stories, right? The story that appealed to you when you were a child as opposed to what appeals to you when you're an adult, to an older person, they all differ. So this
Hmm.
one just resonated with me in a big way. So I'd have to pick that. That's the story with Suhasini and
Yeah.
Naresh. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. It was lovely talking to you. And I hope the show is going to be as great as the other ones.
Thank you, Sneha. Good talking to you as well.
Same here, sir.